Howdy y'all, welcome to another video on the Ludoco Arms channel. So this is hopefully going to be the last video that I'll have to do a voiceover on, because I think I've got the microphone on the camera all figured out. Bear with me while I'm adjusting this camera on the video. But what we're going to do today is we're working on my niece's car, and she has a bad lower ball joint, which you'll be able to see here in a second. You'll see the movement in it. Let's see if I can see it on the camera. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see it moving back and forth there. There's a bunch of play in that ball joint on that lower control arm. And the geniuses at General Motors built the control arm.
Good old General Motors.
The ball joint is not replaced.
Decided that rather than
instead of replacing a ball joint, you have to replace the entire lower control, which you can see here. I have the new one in the box there. Not sure why they did it that way, but it's very crappy design. So we will move on to the next step in this and go from there. Alright, first thing to do is going to be to pull the wheel off, and then I've taken one of the lug nuts and just hand threaded it back on one of the studs to hold all the brake parts in place. And the first bolt we're going to remove is going to be this pinch bolt in the ball joint. You can see the 16mm wrench on there. You're going to need a 16mm wrench on the bolt and a 15mm on the nut on the other side. Alright, once you get that pinch bolt out of the ball joint, you're going to want to go back here to the back, and you can see I'm pointing at the next bolt to remove. You need a 14mm wrench, and you're going to unscrew that bolt out of the back of the control arm and where it goes through that bracket. Once you get that back bolt off, we're going to come up here where I'm pointing and remove this front bolt in the control arm. For that, you're going to need an 18mm socket or wrench. You can see I've got a swivel socket on the impact here. Alright, we get that bolt out. Set it to the side, and then we've just got two more bolts to remove. They're in that back bracket where we pulled that one little small bolt out back here, and they go vertical. We'll see them here in a second. For these last two bolts, you're going to need I believe they're 16 or 18mm, if I remember correctly. But the bolt goes through from the bottom, and there's a nut on top of each one, and you'll see right here in a second, there they are, those two bolts right there.
Bottom of that.
So those two bolts basically are clamping that aluminum bracket in between two parts of the frame. And there's nuts on top of them. They're kind of hard to see there, but you can get a wrench in there to them. And I can't remember. I want to say they were 16mm or 18mm, but I can't remember which at this point. But we're going to go ahead and pull those two bolts out. Okay, so we got those two bolts out of the back there where I'm pointing, and at this point we're going to stick the bolt back in this front pivot point just with your hand. You don't need to put a wrench on it or anything, but you just want to thread it in there just to hold everything up. And then we're going to use a hammer and some pry bars on that lower control arm, and we're going to separate that ball joint from the steering knuckle. So you can see we got the bolt in, and you'll see we'll get the hammer on it right there. Tap, 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 and then use the pry bars and the hammer to separate the joint. Alright, we got that ball joint to separate from the steering knuckle, and at this point we're going to pull that bolt that we stuck back in there back out and remove the lower control arm from the car. So there we go. It is out. Now we can see just how loose this ball joint was. That thing's flopping around in its hole like it definitely is way too loose, and definitely would have been dangerous to keep driving on. So now that we've got that out, we will get ready to reinstall with the new one. Alright, so at this point we've got the old control arm out. You can see how loose that ball joint is like I showed you before. And now we are going to prep the new lower control arm to go back on the car. So we're going to unscrew this bolt here and pull that bracket off. At this point, I'm just pointing out that we're going to loosely install that bracket on the car so that it can move around so that we can get the control arm back in place. What we're going to want to do here is we're going to take some never sees and put on the ball joint where it slides up into the steering knuckle. And then we're going to put some disc brake grease on that shaft on the lower control arm where it slides up into that bracket that we just removed. Okay, as you look at this bracket, you'll notice that this end that I'm showing you, that's where the bolt goes, and that end is where the shaft from the lower control arm goes into it. So the bolt faces towards the rear of the car, and the part that the control arm obviously faces towards the front. So when we bolt that into the car, we need to make sure that it's in the right spot for the shaft to go into it. And then the other thing to look at, I'm going to show you on this ball joint, hopefully here in a second, is that there is a groove cut in that ball joint shaft that's got to line up with the hole that the bolt goes in, the pinch bolt, so that it holds everything in place. So you'll have to compress the boot a little bit here, and then you'll be able to see the groove right there. That's got to line up with the hole that the pinch bolt goes through so that the bolt can go through. And that's how it kind of holds it all in there. Alright, you can see we got the little bracket stuck up in its hole, and we've got the 2 bolts in it. Now they're loose so that you can see you can move this around. And what we've got to do is get this new control arm stuck up in there and get the ball joint started into its hole and the other end of the control arm started into its slot where the bolt goes through it. Alright, at this point we've got the control arm kind of sitting in its place and started in its slots, and in the bottom of the steering knuckle we use the floor jack to push the ball joint up into the steering knuckle. And we're going to look through the little hole where the pinch bolt goes, and once we get it lined up with that slot that's cut in the ball joint shaft itself, we'll put the pinch bolt in. Now that we got the jack out of the way, we're going to go ahead and start all the rest of the bolts in this, and then we will torque them. So at this point we got all the bolts back in it. Some of them are only hand tight. We're going to go ahead and torque everything. So you're going to torque the ball joint pinch bolt to 37 foot-pounds, back it off, and then torque it to 37 foot-pounds plus 30 degrees. The rear small bolt in the rear bracket that goes into the shaft on the lower control arm is going to be torqued to 32 foot-pounds. The forward bolt in the lower control arm is going to be 37 foot-pounds plus 90 degrees. And the 2 vertical bolts in the rear of the lower control arm are 37 foot-pounds plus 90 degrees. And once you get all those torqued, you'll be ready to continue on. Alright, right here you'll see we're going to use the floor jack to load up the suspension before we torque the inside bolts in the control arm. And basically to load it up, all you're doing is lifting up on the bottom of the control arm, and so that it's as if the car was sitting on its wheel instead of sitting on the jack. We're just loading it.
We're going to try to get it.
And then we'll torque the 2 inside bolts. Anyways, once you get everything tight and torqued, you can go ahead and put your wheel back on and torque that and let the car down off of the jack, and you will be done. Now, of course, anytime you replace a suspension part, you should get your car aligned. And I will suggest that to my niece, and it will be up to her to take it someplace and get it lined up. But as far as we are concerned, this job is done. Hopefully this has helped y'all out, helped somebody out, gave you an idea how to do something, and I appreciate y'all watching and supporting the channel. Like the videos, subscribe, leave a comment. Every little bit helps. Everything helps. And we will see you in the next video. Y'all have a good one.